This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
The accelerated rate of human development and indiscriminate exploitation of natural resources are forcing dramatic changes on our planet. Global warming is just a warning sign that the delicate global ecosystem is near the tipping scale. Therefore, it devolves upon the human race to find solutions so that man and nature can harmonize their needs to ensure a sustainable future. This essay examines the various facets of human interactions and their interface with the environment towards achieving a sustainable future. There are many prerequisites for developing a sustainable society. One of them is sustainable development, which is defined as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Hence, a stable and secure economy, optimal exploitation of natural resources, ecological balance, and a stable society are vital. The optimal interplay between human dynamics and the environment could form the basis for a genuinely sustainable future. Ensuring such a challenging set of prerequisites requires a whole community effort. Not only are the politicians, economists, technocrats, businessmen, environmentalists, and academicians required, but also the common man whose wholehearted participation in the sustainable future measures is critical. While the politicians and technocrats would give the necessary policy directions and governmental support, the environmentalists and academics would provide the necessary technical means and knowledge. The support of the businessmen would be crucial, as it would be necessary to convince them to align their business practices to become more green instead of just looking at the short-term profitability of their ventures. Finally, the common man or the lay public must be convinced that the policies and practices implemented are needed for the common good and individual well-being. With all the stakeholders involved, building a resilient ecosystem could become possible. Ecosystem resilience can be defined as the abilities of an ecosystem to recover in the wake of disturbance, to evolve, and to adapt flexibly to new conditions, reflect self-organizing capacities. Ecosystems can adapt to gradual changes and gradual losses as long as the changes incorporated lie within the recuperative range of the ecosystem. The moment the change wrought is disruptive beyond the recuperative range, an ecosystem fails. For example, if the felling of trees in a rainforest is controlled at a rate at which the rainforest can regenerate lost foliage, the ecosystem will recover. However, to give shape to such recuperative measures requires adherence to principles such as stewardship. Stewardship implies that everyone in this world has a responsibility to other people and the world. Stewardship in business encompasses ethical management of all activities involved in producing, using, and disposing of goods, which includes a responsibility to ensure safe handling throughout the life cycle of the product in use. This means conforming to ethics, not taking shortcuts, following the laws of the land in letter and spirit, teaching sustainable practices, and promoting awareness to customers, employees, and the general public. In governance, the concept of stewardship is of paramount importance. The political class must understand that implementing sustainable policies involves practicing supportive politics. For example, a governmental policy to ban smoking should not be held hostage to the political pressure from the tobacco lobby. The recent trends in ensuring a sustainable future now encompass all aspects of human endeavor. These include using green technologies and green architecture to incorporate conservation methods and recycling for buildings, houses, and business practices, as well as green transportation. The concept of corporate social responsibility, CSR, is defined as the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce and their families as well as of the local community and society at large, and has gathered more incredible momentum. The international community is no longer leaving sustainability to the realms of academic discussions, but is taking measures by which conservation and optimum utilization of resources are promoted proactively. This is done by enacting strict country-specific environmental protection laws and voluntary enactments that enhance brand value. The World Wildlife Fund recommends that ensuring a sustainable future would involve tackling climate change, ensuring food and water security, and drawing up a plan for sustainable resource management. These are just some of the initiatives that are required to be taken. In conclusion, it can be definitely stated that humanity's future will depend on its ability to form a global consensus on matters relating to sustainable exploitation of resources, evolving best practices, policies, and laws governing all human activities so that future generations have a self-generating resilient global ecosystem which will provide the requisite physical, food, water, health, economic, and social security. If you want to find more works like this essay on the sustainable future of humanity, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.